So good afternoon today, guys. As promised a couple videos ago, annoying rooster. He's got to go. Just a pain in my ass. But as promised, I was going to show the 4 stock cocks I got in. This is 278. This is a loaner from James Robertson at Robertson Family Lofts. And he is a super nice pigeon. He is Vandenabile and Macaroni. His grandmother is the famous black caviar. This guy, 278, bred by Jones Family Lofts. From their Macaroni imports. The Macalonis, in addition to their own pigeons, integrated a lot of Vandenabile blood. That is what he is. Just a super nice pigeon in the hand. Very short forearm, very tight vent, medium keel, very close to the pubic bones. Super pigeon when you look at him. Just awesome. I am very grateful to James for loaning him to me during his transition to Washington, D.C. We're going to put him on my Macaroni hen. We're going to line breed around the famous black caviar, but he is really a picture when you look at him. Just a fantastic pigeon. I initially was going to buy him. James was going to sell him to me, but like a lot of other people, I had way too many pigeons and changed my mind and decided not to do it. And then kind of as the crunch time was coming, James said, "Hey, how would you like to borrow him?" And I said, "Okay, I'll borrow him." So that's what we're going to do. We haven't decided what we're going to do with the babies yet. My attitude is some of them will be James's, some of them will be mine once we're done. But just an awesome looking bird when it comes down to it. And after this, I'm going to show his pedigree, and that's kind of what I'm going to do with each cockbird, to show the pedigree afterward. It's going to make this video long with the full explanations. So from here, we're going to ignore the damn roosters and we're going to look at the pedigrees. So here is the pedigree of 278 from James. He was bred by Jones Family Lofts, who imported birds from the Macalonis. Jones Family Lofts probably needs no introduction. So Robertson did very limited breeding with this cock so far, but had really good luck out of very few. In the first year, there were only 2 young birds. One 41-43 was 24th at 250 miles in a smash race, 30th in a 350 final, and was 1 minute and 28 seconds behind the first Tucson triple challenge OLR winner. And continuing on, another bird went to Tom Brasher in the second year and was first combine winner at Camilla City for Tom Brasher, but unfortunately was injured and was retired after that race. So here is the sire of 278 is Piranha, and these are all Vandenabile, or Gabby as most people know them. And the Macalonis actually bought quite a few pigeons when Vandenabile retired and integrated him into their line. So that is the father's side, is Vandenabile. Here is the mother's side. This is Macaloni's own breeding. We have Franchise, who has been a good producer since arrival in the U.S. The grandsire is Janfield 42. That is actually a really good stock cock for the Macalonis. And the grandmother on this side, the tail female side for this cock, is Black Caviar, who should need no introduction at all. Black Caviar was one of the best stock hens that ever lived in the UK, and was a really top racer and a really top breeding hen for Macalonis. So that is the pedigree of AU 2020 JFL 278, which is a basically Vandenabile and Macaloni, this cock from James that's being loaned to me. But a really good pedigree on this pigeon. So this is 2462 blue check white wing. Very excitable pigeon. The minute I popped him in this cage, he starts panting. Little bit hyper. Need to calm down, buddy. So this is supposedly a cockbird. I'm not 100% convinced. Definitely a little spooky. Has been in the quarantine pages. Wants the hell out of there. Definitely panting. That's interesting to see him just start doing that. He's got plenty of water, so I'm not too sure on that. Just definitely an excitable thing. Very high strung. Medium keel. Fairly medium in the vent. Comes together close. The muscles on this bird are laying fairly flat. Not super robust. Very, very buoyant. Kind of a medium forearm. Like I said, very excitable. But this pigeon is a son or daughter from a pigeon by the name of Mr. Unbelievable, who was the 2020 High Desert Finals winner and second ace pigeon. Let's calm down. Very excitable. But this is one of them. We're going to show the pedigree next. He's not presenting himself to the best. Acting like a bit of a nut, unfortunately. About the only time I've ever seen a pigeon really do that, get really, really hyper and start panting in a cage. Kind of very strange. But either works out or he doesn't. See, now he's kind of calming down just a little bit. Still panting very lightly, but not a bad looking bird. Still young, still needs to molt, but seems to have some good things going for it so far. Like I said, I'm mainly after the pedigree. I'm going to show the pedigree now to this bird. This bird was bred by Russ Sampiano, RPS Lofts, which is down near San Mateo, California. Looking a little better now that he or she is not flipping out in the cage. Kind of in that gangly stage still. It'll be interesting to see how this bird turns out when it gets a little older, goes through a molt, develops a little more. So now we have the pedigree of 2462, which is a blue check white flight. 2462. Still a bit young. It's assumed to be a cockbird. Hopefully is a cockbird. He or she is Bold Ruler with Thomas 6 bloodlines. Here is the hen side. It's Cassandra, 2023 hen. Not much information there. A GFL bird from Benson and Mix Magic. And then we have a GFL bird down here from Thomas 6 in Golden Jewels. This side of the pedigree is not so much of an interest to me. This is this other side, the sire side, is really what interested me about this pigeon and the next one. So the sire of 2462 is 4664, who is known as Mr. Unbelievable. Mr. Unbelievable was the High Desert 2020 final champion, and he was second ace at the High Desert in 2020. This pigeon was 2 hours and 27 minutes ahead of the second place bird in the 2020 High Desert final in a really, really tough, grueling race. And Mr. Unbelievable was an outstanding racing pigeon on his own. And he is basically Bold Ruler Jansen in Lino Fernandez's Scooby-Doo lines. So we can see that the grandsire is AU18 Fernandez 94, which is pure line-bred Bold Ruler. Comes from the sire of him comes from a son-to-mother mating on Bold Ruler. Then down here we have, this is a line-bred Scooby-Doo, which is 751. Then we have a Scooby-Doo son out of father and daughter mating of Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. So line-bred on the great Scooby-Doo, who was multi-combine winner for Vino Fernandez back, I believe, 2010. And then we have a Merck's bird back here on this side. So this pedigree right here, this side is related to my Sacramento pair. This is the main reason I obtained this pigeon, and also the next one is because of this Bold Rover blood and this Scooby-Doo blood back here. This is what I was after. These are super fantastic pigeons flying in California and basically the stations over into Nevada and Idaho and so on and so forth. But super strong, super dependable pigeons. Bold Rover himself that these are line bred on. One of the best Jansen stock cocks of the 1990s. Was imported by Alex Beach, or Beach, Beak, however his name is pronounced. I think it's Beach is how he pronounces it. But super, super pigeons back here. And this is the main thing I was after. So we're going to go on to the next one. Next up, this is 2494. This is presumably a cock. Kind of looks a little henny to me. Kind of got a hen-like head. But that's what happens when you get young birds. Really nicely put together pigeon. Very short forearms. Muscles are laying flat. Very buoyant, even though it's a little bit of a bigger bodied bird if it is a hen. One feather tail. Tight vent. Medium keel, runs back into the pubic bones. A really, really nice pigeon in the hand. Good wealth of feather. This one is a little older than the last one. Bred very similarly. The father of this one is the sire of Mr. Unbelievable, who was the 2020 High Desert Champion. I've got high hopes for this one. Whether it's a cock or a hen, I'm fairly impressed with this one, the way it handles. Less high, you know, still a little bit high strung wanting out of there, but not panting like the last one. A little bit calmer. One thing I do not like, I don't like pigeons that bounce off the walls like that last one that is just a little bit too spooky and gets itself too worked up. But a super nice pigeon. I will show the pedigree after this with an explanation, but I really, really like this one. This one was I think worth the purchase of the whole batch of the 3 birds I had sent to me by Sampano. So this is the next cock. Open blue check, 2494. He is Bold Rover and Leo Hermans. His mother's side is Leo Hermans. His dam is Lady Samurai Hunter. It's a super breeding hen, it says. We have a Leo Hermans import, German band. Another Leo Hermans bird, Dutch band, Hurricane, or bred around Hurricane. And then Leo Hermans, and then Eierkamp. So Hermans and Eierkamp. So going back to the sire side, the sire is AU18 Fernandez 94, a pure Bold Rover Jansen. 94 is the sire of Mr. Unbelievable, who I talked about in the last pedigree segment, who was the 2020 High Desert Finals winner and the second ace in the 2020 High Desert. So we can see how he is bred. He is off of 42. See a Bold Rover Jansen. This is actually a grandson of Bold Rover. He is the sire to TCH 230, who is an ace. 8056, who is a granddaughter of Bold Rover, bred by Alex Beach. Down here to the mother, 282. Once again, a grandson of Bold Rover. And here is 8056 again, so line bred 8056, who is a granddaughter of Bold Rover. So a really impressive pedigree and a pigeon out of a really good stock bird so far is this 94, even though he's an older bird. Like I said, this is the sire of Mr. Unbelievable, who was the 2020 High Desert OLR champion and second ace. So I've got really high hopes for this one being a good stock pigeon and mating into mine. So we'll go on to the next one. So this is number 65. This is a Canadian import bred by Bob Dura in Alberta. A little bit high strung. He is related to the last ones we've seen. Once again, that's the main reason I got him. Got a little bit of Bull Rover way up top in the pedigree. I will show that. We have Schellens and Gunter Prang. And we have another side that is Jansen, kind of unknown stuff as far as we know. But like I said, little spooky, kind of like the first one, just kind of really high strung. Not doing the panting thing, but definitely high strung in this cage. But this guy was not used very much. But with the pedigree was definitely something I wanted to use. Well put together pigeon. Like the last ones, kind of some muscle that lays flatter, very buoyant. Medium keel, tight vent, very well put together and balanced. Like I said, a bit high strung. Good medium feather. He was a bit, beat up when I got him in. But a nice pigeon, needs a molt right now. But a really nice cockbird, in my opinion. Just needs some better conditioning. And looks like he needs to be around people. If you don't spend enough time with your pigeons, they will bounce off the walls. And needless to say, I think that's kind of the situation with some of these, is maybe just have not been handled much. Once again, annoying rooster. We're going to have a barbecue here in the next couple of weeks, I think, with a lot of the spares that are just obnoxious and making a lot of noise. Once again, kind of panting again, real high strung. So maybe that's more of a just not being around people very much, but a nice pigeon. We will show his pedigree. He is the last one of the 4. So then we have number 65, which is bred by Bob Dura. This is a Canadian import. His sire is a TCH bird, Jansen, for the most part, red checker. And this side up here is a beach cock. First ace pigeon, 2016 Northern California Combine. Second ace pigeon in Young Birds. Sire 2 money winners, including the 2019 Gold Country OLR and the first Royal Cup that won $5,785 plus an 11th place 2020 Crooked River. The sire of 5003 is I'm the One. This is a Gunter Prang based bird that Alex Bish imported. And then we have a Bull Rover hen. Then we have another one's SR 1009, a Jansen blooded bird. We don't know too much about this. I was talking to Kevin Birds all about this bird, and he thinks that this Callan Combine is probably the Camille Combine. He thinks this CCBI band back here that shows a Jansen bird is probably Camille Combine. So basically birds out of the same area as where Tom Brasher flies in. But that's assumed to be straight Jansen for the most part. We come down here. We have 7030 Biche 17. This bird is Schellens blood. The sire is the bull. And then a daughter, or then the mother of Ace Peter, which was another great Biche bird. And then we have a Gunter Prang side down here. And these, once again, are Biche birds, so they are out of Gunter Prang imports. And one of these go back to I'm the One, who is mentioned way up here. This 1153 cock.
that is a Gunterprang import, was supposedly a very, very great pigeon. Or sorry, down here on this side. But pretty fabulous, pretty good pedigree on this pigeon. The main reason I wanted him is the Schellens, which I have Schellens in my Sacramento pair, and I have Bull Ruhr. So once again, we have the Bull Ruhr up here in the back generation. So that's the main motivation I had for this bird. But apparently this bird was not used at stock much. But definitely an interesting pedigree. I figured, you know, for the price, well worth getting and trying out. But that is it, guys, for this video. It's probably going to be pretty long with the pedigree explanations here. And I haven't even shot the video yet of the birds themselves. So that is it. Keep them all flying out there, guys. I will see you next time.